New York is going to require vaccination declaration to go into restaurants and bars and sports. Uh, I don't think so. I don't think so. I've been leaving it up to, say, the restaurant owners. I think they've been erring on the side of caution. I think those that really know what it takes to keep their customers safe and make sure the customers feel safe are going to set their own requirements. And we still have a very low infection rate, so I don't think we have to go there.
And also during the pandemic, you had said that hospitalization would be a factor in whether you would have more mandates and restrictions. Is that still so? And what kind of things would you be leaning towards if those numbers continue?
The question is, what's the key metric? Hospitalizations. Hospitalizations, went down a little bit today, went up a lot yesterday, up a lot over the last 6 weeks, but still less than a tenth of where we were, about 14 months ago. So I still feel like we have good capacity at our hospitals. We're much better prepared. I don't see that as a risk, and we're not going to have to change course.
Do you think Governor Cuomo should go through the impeachment process?
Look, we made our statement on that yesterday. I'll just say that I think leaders, especially leaders in public office, have got to lead by example, especially when it comes to the type of harassment issues that he's been accused of. And if somebody in my administration had done that or been accused of that 11 times, they wouldn't be in my administration anymore.
Governor, can I ask you about in Massachusetts, Governor Baker is mandating vaccination for employees in nursing homes. What's your thought on that? Is that something that you're considering or considering?
Yeah, we're definitely thinking about that. We've been talking to the nursing homes. Given where we were in nursing homes 16 months ago, it's more important than ever. We know a lot of the vaccinations are wearing off. So in the elder community where they maybe don't keep the antibodies as long. So I think that's going to be a priority for us. We'll probably have something to say on it within 24 hours.
Governor, would be an executive order or like you need legislative approval to do that?
I think we can do that through executive order.
Governor, you said that you're leaving regulations and things of that nature up to individual businesses. You also said, I just want some clarification on this, that you're leaving some of it up to the municipalities. I just want to understand what you're expecting of mayors and towns and what their authority is in terms of those things and what they can do.
Yeah, the question is how much authority do local mayors and first selectmen have? I think quite a bit. When it comes to mask requirements, I think we're going to give a green light to mayors to be able to, have a higher security standard if they think it's necessary. Look, we've got towns where less than 50% of the people are vaccinated. We got towns where 99% of the people are vaccinated. So I think giving some flexibility there makes a fair amount of sense, and we'll be issuing, some directives on that within a day.
In other words, they would have the authority to tell a business that they have to require masks, something like that?
Something like that. Let me get the details for you when it comes out, but give them a wide discretion. They know their communities pretty well.
So, Governor, just a follow-up. Months ago, the philosophy was that you didn't want municipalities to have that authority. You wanted it to be a statewide effort. Why has it changed?
I think it's changed just because with 82% vaccinations, we're in a very different place than we were before. Before I was really worried that he keeps his bar open, they shut it down over there, everybody's going back and forth. I thought about that as a state, I thought about that as a region. A little less top of mind for us right now. It could change, but I don't think so.
Governor, the Commonwealth Health District just issued a statement today. They're acting directives. Does everyone 2 years older, everyone over 2 years old should be wearing a mask when in public indoor setting, not just the vaccinated. And now prevention will go a long way towards curbing COVID-19 as well.
Why not make this mandatory? I mean, it seems we're moving in that direction. Are we all 8 counties now exceeding the substantial threshold that the CDC has set? What's it going to take? Do we hit high transmission levels?
Maybe. I mean, this is a district that wants everybody indoors, vaccinated and unvaccinated, to be mandated or required to wear a mask. Is that what you were reading me?
No, she's saying that they're recommending.
Recommending. Well, we have made that same recommendation. We have made that same recommendation. Indoors, can't keep that 6 feet of distancing, not sure necessarily who you're standing with. Our Department of Public Health has made that same recommendation. The question is, do you mandate it? And I think governors, certainly governors in the Northeast right now, are a little loath to do a lot of mandates. I think our people have earned a little more freedom because of their vaccination.
What makes you think that a mayor or a first selectman would be more willing than you to impose a town or citywide mask mandate as opposed to a statewide mask mandate? I mean, that was one of your, as was pointed out earlier, was one of your rationales last year was we don't want to set up different pockets of different.
Yeah, but I answered that. I mean, New Haven and Hartford have a vaccination rate that's 1/2 of what it is in Canaan or North Canaan. So I'm not positive that you have to have the exact same rules and regulations, and I do tend to think a mayor has a pretty good insight into what keeps his community safe.
And won't the legislature, won't this legislative committee have, oversight committee have the ability to veto a order that would allow municipal officials to impose stricter coronavirus mandates in the state as a plan?
I think they would have the ability to veto my executive order that says Mayor Moran has discretion in terms of how much masking he wants to require.
Gotta ask the obligatory school mask requirement question. Assuming you're still thinking about it, what are you hearing from towns, superintendents, and districts? Do they want to see mandates in the state? Do they want the flexibility of a strong recommendation?
I think most that I've heard from would like a strong recommendation. They're getting a lot of heat from parents on one side, parents on the other. School boards are back and forth. Take the heat off. Give us some real clarity, and that's what they're asking. And as I've said before, things are changing so quickly. Let's wait a little bit longer. I'm heartened by Britain, but disheartened by Mississippi in terms of how I see this variant accelerating, or decelerating in the case of Britain. And that happened very quickly, so that may be a precursor for what we can expect, which would be good news.
Remember a few months back, and I don't know if it was masks or what, but there was some requirement. You were saying that locals were looking at you to sort of be the bad guy and to take some of the stress off their shoulders. Does that philosophy still stand, or are you sort of past that with somebody else to take on that?
No, I've got big enough shoulders. We'll do what is right to keep everybody safe. We've been making these calls for 16 or 18 months. The legislature has now got their committee. They had the chance to veto any executive order they wanted. They were in session since January. And by the way, my executive authority ends on September 30. So what you have right now is me trying to make the best case I can so these kids could be in this school safely on the first day of school. And if that means masks, it'll mean masks.
Governor, what would you say, getting back to the Governor Cuomo issue, people who criticize the length of time it took for you to come out and call for his resignation? You told us around noontime that you needed 24 hours, and less than 6 hours later, you were able to issue a statement with the Democratic governors of New Jersey and Pennsylvania.
In Rhode Island. Hey, look, I can't look at a headline and send out a tweet. I wanted to have a chance to digest the nature of the investigation and the report that came out from the New York Attorney General, and I needed a few hours to take a look at that so I could make up my mind in a thoughtful way.
Governor, what do you think about Chicago moving our medical vaccinations?
The question is about vaccinations at UConn, and a lot of folks are, I guess, exempting themselves out. And look, we got to look at it. Vaccinations only work if the vast majority of people take it. You can't be gaming that. As you know, we've had some good debates here in the state capitol regarding who is exempted in terms of, medical, of course, religious. no longer in the state of Connecticut for everything except for COVID. So we've got to sit down and talk to UConn about that. Look, people live in a congregate setting at UConn. They live in a congregate setting in all of our colleges. It's really important if our colleges to get back to the overwhelming majority being vaccinated. So I do worry if there's a lot of leakage there.